it's time to plant some seeds. Hey friend, I'm late. Super late. They claim in Zone 5B I should have started my seeds for my cool weather plants maybe about the first week of February. I'm now into the third week of February, I believe, and I'm just now starting it. I did get 2 containers of seed starting like things from the Dollar Tree. I might use them, I might not, but I did order something from Amazon. My friend ordered the same thing. He already set his up. He loves it. Has a heating pad, all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna do the unboxing now. One of the scary things is that when I received it, it was in this original box and there was holes in it. So I did take pictures of it, but I don't know what it looks like inside, so hopefully nothing's broken. Now my friend who started his seeds, he had sprouts within 3 days, and I'll post a picture of what they look like, and it's been a week and this is what they're looking like now. um, so hopefully I can get on. Right now I'm going to start my peas, my lettuces. We're going to try again with the collard greens. um, Beans, I think I'm going to put in there. I don't know, I have to check. But first, I'm going to put them on this after I did my pantry clean out. I freed up this rack, but it is a little dusty. So that's why I have this dust thing. I'm just going to dust just a little bit. Now they come with lights, but to get them sprouted, but I'm going to put it right here in this window. Now, 2 years ago, I was starting my seeds for gardening in this window, and ants came in and just was all in everything, so I had to throw it out. I do have a family friend that comes to treat the house for ants, and when he comes, I finally get a reprieve. The ants here are so bad. That's why you might see little white dots, like right here, um, in my baseboards. That's just the treatment. But that's just the treatment that he does. I think I'm lopsided. Oh my gosh, it's almost gardening time. It's almost gardening time. Still haven't figured out how I'm gonna spread out my garden. I did not pay for my community garden plot this year. Not doing it. No, we gonna focus on being here at home. So let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is open up this box, and I'll put the picture up of what it looks like. These are the holes that they came with, so hopefully it's not toe up. Okay. By the way this looks, I probably won't have to use the ones I got from the Dollar Tree. They come with little tools. They have little stakes for labeling. So it has the tray to catch the water. These are the cells that the soil's going to go in, and there's a hole at the bottom. And this is the top. It's like this. And then they have lights that have a connector, so you could plug it in. And never mind my hands. But anyway, my friend read, even though it can be scary, you just have to be a little firm. But that goes in there like that. And I can see, yeah, you gotta be firm, or you think you're gonna break it. Right. There you go. So you can have the ventilation with the lights on, or no ventilation with the lights on. It also comes with this heating pad. So far, nothing appears to be broken, but I'm trying to see, are all of them gonna fit on here? All of them fit on here, okay. Not bad. And then this is the cord for the lights. Just plug it. On top like that. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the USB. Plug it into the wall, but you know, most people have plenty of those laying around from old phones. All right. When I went to Menards to get seeds, I did get these. It's a count of 72, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 58, 60. So I have plenty of those for that. Now let's read the directions. These are super growing pellets made from natural coconut fibers. Reduce overwatering, expands in seconds. Step 1. I guess I'm gonna put them in each of the pods and add warm water to expand. Pellets soak for a few minutes. Then I'm gonna come back with this thing that I got from the set. Loosen the soil evenly in each cell and sow seeds. Tend to seedlings as they grow, then transplant outdoors. Burpee tip: add a starter fertilizer after 4 weeks of growth. So I know I dropped one. Where'd it go? I know one fell. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One fell. Where did it fall to? I am not cray cray. One fell. Oh, there it is. I'm just didn't see. All right. Anyway. Before I waste too many, because sometimes I get ahead of myself. There's 2 trays. I'm making sure I have these facing up and not sideways. I feel like that makes a difference, even though it isn't. So. All right. Now we're gonna add water. I'm only filling it up halfway because I don't really know how much water I'm supposed to give. Oh, look at it soaking. So while that's soaking, let's decide what seeds I am going to plant. My box that I showed in my last video, my sister, I put on my seeds. Now, before anyone comes for me, I know this is a cardboard box. I know it's not going to protect against moisture. I know this, but it's cute. Let me just use it for now, please. I beg you. When the time comes, I'll switch it over to a plastic container. I swear. I know one thing I'm not doing this year is jalapenos, because I have so many jalapenos still frozen in my freezer. All right, we're gonna do this cabbage. I'm going through my older seeds first. Collard greens, broccoli, let me check something real quick. Well, actually, no, before I check something, let me separate these. Let me loosen up. Let's see, I was right about it facing up. It's a little harder for the ones that fell on the side. Yeah, the ones that fell on the side, they didn't expand as much as they could. So they're like still pretty compacted in here. And they don't separate. They're not as loose as the ones that stayed. Upright. Let me do some checking to see what I'm actually going to sow. So I just Googled to double check what to sow in zone 5B. That's where I'm at in February. And it says you could sow seeds for cool season veggies, like I said. So broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kale, lettuce, spinach, carrots, turnips, and leeks indoors in February. So key points about sowing in February in zone 5B. Most vegetables listed above are best started indoors in pots before transplanting outdoors when the weather warms up. Direct sow options. Some hardy annuals like pansies, blah, 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 can be sown outdoors first in February. Consider weather considerations. Always check the local forecast before planting outdoors, as frost can still occur in February. And this says to start by mid-February. Okay, start vegetable seeds. At the end of March, we start tomatoes, peppers, annuals, and perennials. By mid-February, you can start seeds for cool seasons. Okay. All right, so this is February 20th. Well, let's start with what I know for sure. And then I got to think about the containers we're going to put them in. I do kind of want to, sorry, I'm talking, you don't see my face. Plant in the ground, but I have not figured out how I'm going to do that yet. But greens for sure. I got to think about the containers. Say I keep them in the pots. Each one should really only have 2 plants, which I learned because when it has more than that, they kind of crowd out and the other plants get, they're small. But I'm going to put 2 seeds in each one. And if I get more, they'll just force me. I guess to try to till the ground. I still have quite a few rescue rangers in my backyard. As you know, only one died last year before the winter. At the most, I'll have 12 collard greens, and if I'm moderately lucky, I'll have a minimum of 6 if I'm lucky. And these are Georgia collard greens. Next up, cabbage. Okay. So those were cabbage, golden. Next up, broccoli. Well, they said I could do carrots now. Alright, so I'll do some carrots. I usually buy these, but I'm going to do these from seeds. So I'm trying not to buy any plants from the garden center. That's my goal. So this is lettuce, Paris Island. Now this is an heirloom variety. Romaine type lettuce. Now, some of these seeds I got from like the lettuce. This is from the Dollar Tree. And most of these I got from Menards. This cabbage is another Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree seeds seem to work just fine for me. Now, carrots. Last year for carrots, I direct sowed in the pot, and they were too close together. It was hard just to separate them because you don't want to tear them up. And hopefully I'll do a better job separating them, but then I'm going to direct sow carrot seeds when I get outside. Do I have any spinach? My beans, I'm gonna wait. But I think that's what I'm just gonna do for right now, just this tray. I don't want to overdo it. I am known for overdoing it. I don't want to overdo it. I'm gonna keep this under here, covered, just in case I do decide to do more the closer we get to March. Like start my peas and stuff. I thought I had bought spinach, but I probably said meh to the spinach. Probably did. Alright, put the top on. I do have an outlet over here. Hopefully I have enough space to plug all the stuff into. I'm only going to use two of these for now. And let's go back to directions. Now I'm thinking, should I do more collard greens? No, don't overdo it, Kim. Come on, focus, stay focused. How to use the heat mat. Lay the seating mat on a dry, flat surface. Place the seating tray directly on top of the heated mat. Plug the power cord into power outlet. For warmer root zones, temperatures, place heat mat on an insulated surface. Avoid positioning the heat mat on a cold floor. The humidity dome helps retain moisture for plants to germinate and root faster. So I'm guessing for now, we're gonna close the dome. The product is designed to warm the root area by 70 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit above grow room temperature. So then the next one is talking about wetting the soil, putting the seeds in the tray. Let's see, why don't the lights work? Check whether the interface is plugged in correctly, blah, blah. Why do planted seeds become moldy? Check whether the seeds are in a cool or humid environment indoors. Ventilation and light in the growing environment need to be maintained. How long should a grow light be left on? To be effective, grow lights really need to be on for normally 8 to 10 hours a day. This can vary up to 16 hours depending upon the conditions. Now the window that it's going to be in, it is going to be south facing, so no matter what, it's going to get light. How to avoid leggy growth. Leggy plant growth is a sign that your plant isn't satisfied with the amount of light it's getting. You should increase the intensity of the plant light. What does the heat mat do? It's a temperature adjustable. During colder winter months, it helps keep the water around the roots warmer. The temperature is not adjustable, but it's not hot, only warm. Before planting, planters start planting seeds 6 to 12 weeks before the last frost date. So it is February 20th. Date for the Chicagoland area is between April 21st and 30th. So I'm basically 8 weeks out. Check the seeds to see if additional steps are planned. So let's start. Moisten soil. Check. Fill seed tray with soil. Check. Use the dibbler to make a hole in each. So, well, I didn't use it, but check. Label the seedling tray. Check. Cover the dome lid and adjust the vents to desired humidity. Check. Place the seedling tray directly on top of the heating mat. Check. Check. Plug the power cord into the power outlet. Turn on grow lights and set the timer. Regularly moisten the soil and feed the seedlings liquid fertilizer. The soil temperature should be above 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 80 degrees Celsius for most plants to successfully germinate. Use the widget to lift seedlings out of cells. Transfer seedlings to your garden. All right. Submerge old seeds for 15 minutes in water to see if they're still viable. I didn't do that. I did not do that. I did not check to see if these seeds, because they are 2 years old, some of them 2 to 3 years old, to see if they're still viable. I did not do that. If they're not, I remember reading that they'll sink, but I guess we gonna find out today. Well, in 3 days, 3 to 5 days. All right, let's find the plug. Now over here, because I have grow lights for my house plants, so you can see over here, I have a box. And with that box, it does have a port for this USB. So I shouldn't need a plug, but let me fight with this. I'm not gonna have my booty all in the way, so let me fight with this and I'll be right back. Pause. While I was on the floor struggling trying to get back there to that plug, I looked up and I just saw my peace lily has aphids. I believe it's aphids. They're black, moving around. And I think I got them from this plant, the one I got from my neighbors, because that's the only plant that is touching. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see them moving around. It's not bad, but it's bad enough. And this is right under Miss Delicious that I just finished fighting at with her. OMG. At least it's easy to wash this peace lily off, but I am so disappointed right now. Poor peace lily. But that would explain why this plant isn't doing too well, but I don't see anything on this plant. I'm gonna have to inspect all my plants over here. Anyway, let me continue fighting with this plug. So I got the heat mat plugged in, but the only thing that I noticed about the heat mat is that it doesn't look like it has an on-off switch. And I'm not gonna be over here fuddling with this thing, trying to get it off and on. I don't know if I want to have this heat mat on 24/7. For now, I will, because I done got that on this floor and I have plugged it in, so I'm not gonna, fool with it again, but we'll see it. I mean, it's in the window, and it's actually, this thing is on top of a vent. But it's also by a window. But the lights are on. The lights do have a timer. And it already started with the humidity. Also, these lids don't lock in place, so you kind of have to be careful with that. I know my kids are going to be knocking this down. I have no doubt. No doubt. Let me get my big butt up off this floor and clean my peace lily and inspect my other plants. Whew. I'm winded. This is the year I'm gonna lose some weight, I swear. Anyway, this peace lily has the nerve to have a pest issue. She has, I don't know if you see the black dot. This was down there. Not bad. Might have caught it in time. Plus it's time for me to wash off all my plant leaves anyway. I am not gonna do a whole video about me washing these plant leaves. I think I have some neem oil, but oh, and I know my lips were super dry in this video. I'm thirsty. But anyway, I have to look. But I caught it before the leaves started changing color because it's delicious. My Monstera deliciosa, the leaves, the color tried to come back, especially after I fertilized it, but not all the way. I'm just gonna check a few more. This is over there with her. I don't see anything on it, but it's time for me to wash the leaves. Make sure, because yeah, you're sitting in water. I have a video, I didn't release it. I was sick about a week ago, week and a half. Had the flu, real bad. Luckily my mom didn't get sick. I caught it and was able to stay away from her, so I felt better before I got sick. I was paranoid because I was cooking breakfast for her the morning when my throat started feeling itchy. But anyway, I had a plant sitting in water and she was looking pitiful. I dried her out. I had her sitting on towels and stuff trying to dry her out. I think one of my plants knew that I'm sick. Like, what is she doing? I water all these plants at the same time. What are we doing here? Hold on, let me make sure she's dry. What are we doing? Did you not? I fertilized these plants. There's water again. She was sitting in water. That was the problem. She's overwatered. Just sitting in water. Please do not die. She dried out. And she didn't come back. And it was so sad. It was one of the plants I had mentioned that my boys had hit. And I had just got her to come back. She was big, beautiful, sitting up beautifully. Just for me to overwater her and not notice because I was sick and not coming downstairs. That made me a little sad. Look at all the gnats caught. Remember this one that I repotted in the summer outside? She holding on. She holding on. Still got the watering down pat. I'm keeping all these plants away from my peace lily that I know. Oh, but wait, I see some growth popping up right there. Okay. Now this is my Goebel green pothos. She's struggling. She's struggling a bit. This is a plant that could be an issue. This was right next underneath the peace lily. This is actually an outdoor plant. Is a mandevilla, if I'm pronouncing that right. This is my third year overwintering this plant. And then I sit it outside and it grows again and it's all happy. I was trying to get it to go around this trellis and I broke it. And you would think that it wanted to die. No, it didn't want to die. just where I broke it, it just got more offshoots. And she reaches for whatever she can. She really does. This plant is a survivor. Was sitting in water really bad, so that explains why it's dying off. And as I picked it up, I saw those things hiding. So this is the culprit. My fault. She was sitting in water. These plants are hardy. So what I'm going to do, and we're gonna see if she come back in the spring when I set her outside. I got this plant from my neighbor. I should have checked when I saw, because she was doing so good and like growing. Like all this is new growth from being in the house. I should have noticed it. And now I have a mess to clean up. So I'll do it off camera because it's a chore, but I am going to bring over, well, maybe not. I am going to bring up Miss Delicious after I put all these plants back and wash her down. Clean up all the water that I just spilled getting this plant. And we'll be done with this video. I saw a larva of something in here. This is the water. I just poured out half of it, but it was about this long. Oh, it's still there. You see it? And this is why I try my hardest as a rule to not let any plants touch. The Hoya wall and my biting plants is hard, but I try my best. But I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. Oh, my battery might die. But before it does, I'm gonna wash Miss Delicious. Now I gotta rewash all my dishes that were on the counter that I washed, but I am gonna wash dishes in the sink. But yeah, I'm gonna wash her off. I don't see anything on her, but she's due anyway. And before that, this is what my plant looks like that I had sitting in water. Super sad. I'm gonna cut her down in hopes that she comes back for RIP. As far as my Hoyas, or the Sigoniums that I had to chop up because it fell when I wasn't here, I'll do an update on that on my next video. They're doing so. The ones in water are doing better, but my battery is going to die. So thank you, my friend, for hanging with me with starting these seeds, taking care of these plants. And until next time, see you later. Bye.